Hey, sister friend, welcome back to the show. I'm so happy to be talking to you today about how to accept your body and continue to make the right choices when you feel yourself gaining weight. This is a common one. And in today's episode, I'm going to break down 8 different things that you can work through that are going to help you when you want to continue eating, when you want to continue putting one step in front of the other, but you feel maybe like you're cutting corners. You feel like you're tempted to slip. Sis, this one's for you. Grab a notebook and pen and let's dive right in. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsay Nickel, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess trapped in a destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it so you can start living your best life as your best self. I had a sweet listener write into me last week and say, I know I'm supposed to have this extra fat and weight, but it's so hard to continue eating when all I want to do is lose it. How can I fix this? I've been cutting corners and I feel tempted to slip right back in. How do I learn to love my new body and continue eating? I'm going to give you a short, sweet answer, but then I'm also going to dive into 8 different things that you can try on right now that are going to help support your body image acceptance. Here is the short advice. Just do the next recovered you thing. I want you, friend, to stop identifying with this older version of this skinny, tiny, teeny self. Doesn't mean that you won't have a set point weight that fits your body perfectly, that you can still be considered fit. It doesn't mean that the polar opposite is going to happen. This is such a fear. It was a huge fear for myself, and the number one fear across all of my clients is that if we gain weight, we are going to blow up and we're going to turn into the marshmallow man. And the reality is that is a false narrative. It's not going to happen. I know it feels like it's going to happen to you in your mind, especially if you start to notice some weight gain, but I want you to flip this. I want you to see the good. Weight gain is not bad. Weight gain is not bad. We live in a culture where we believe weight loss is the best thing. And we have to stop glorifying it because the reality is not everyone needs to lose weight. Just as if not everyone needs to gain weight. It is a neutral thing. It is how are we honoring, showing up, and living in our body by nourishing it. Just do the next recovered you thing. What would she be doing? I understand the fear. I understand you wanting to lose it. I understand feeling like your body has been taken over by something foreign because you don't feel safe in your skin. But what if that place that was so hard to maintain, that place that you were running on fumes, that isn't what your body was supposed to be. That isn't who you are supposed to be. It's time to let her go. I get the cutting corners. I get the feeling of temptation to slip back into the dark paths of her grip. But in order to continue eating, in order to learn to love your body, I want you to make peace with the fact that the body that you were in was not where your body was at its best. And that is simply a statement. Our brains, sis, they can't process what they have yet to understand. Yes, all of this probably feels so foreign to you. And you feel like, no, I felt good in that body. That was my body. But I want you to ask yourself, really? Is that really how I felt? When I was in the disordered place in my life, I always was searching to be smaller. I was always controlling. I was always becoming more obsessive. And I really didn't love my body. So I want to take you through a set of 8 different things that you can try on Number one is understanding the recovery process. Weight gain is so very normal, and often it is extremely necessary to weight restore. This is just a part of the process. It doesn't mean it has to be the hardest part of the process. It doesn't mean it has to be a painful part of the process. Everyone can do this part differently. Maybe for you, weight gain is not part of your process, but what I want you to understand right now is it doesn't mean you're bad. It just means your body is healing. It is actually good. And we've been programmed to believe the opposite. I want you to begin focusing on your overall health versus weight gain. My recovered self, how is she healthy? Focusing on, I'm so scared to gain weight, is going to keep you in this cycle. You're allowed to feel terrified and you're allowed to keep walking. You're allowed to feel terrified and you're allowed to go, this is my medicine today. You're allowed to feel terrified and you're allowed to take the next step forward. Number two is I want you to challenge that negative chatter. Girl, acceptance requires vulnerability and it requires awareness. You must recognize that your negative body thoughts are eating disordered thoughts. They're symptoms of the disorder. This is a disillusionment. It's not even real. It's okay to go, you know what? That body that I lived in, that I'm slowly moving away from, I feel like I'm gonna miss it. And I'm terrified to gain weight. But what if that's not even reality? Like, what if that's such a distortion that when I look at myself in the mirror and I see things, it's just the eating disorder filter. It's not even true. Instead of needing to love how you look, I want you to shift to respecting your body. Number three, focus on body functions over your body image. So this is just a part of the journey, girl. And I want you to appreciate what your body can do for you instead of how you feel your body looks. You see, I had to learn that my body was just a vessel. It carries my soul here through this life. And that is your truth too. Glennon Doyle said it best in this fabulous quote, your body is not your masterpiece. Your life is. Your body is not your masterpiece. You are not your body. Your life is. But what life are you going to have if you keep trying to restrict your body? If you keep trying to make your body smaller, if you keep trying to force something that's not supposed to be forced in the first place. My body is a vessel and it carries my soul through this life. I want you to write that down today in your journal and say it on repeat. I'm thankful that even though the struggle that my body has been going through, it still takes care of me. I'm ready to experience life without guilt, without restricting life. And as you think about movement and the focus of body function, I want you to engage in some soft, mindful movement, activities that make you feel strong. When you've lived in this distorted place, you're exercising out of metrics. How many calories did I burn? How many steps did I take? You have to shift from a metrics mindset to a mindful movement mindset. Number 4, practice self-compassion. Give yourself grace, legit grace. I want you to speak to yourself like someone you love, because self-compassion includes self-kindness and being gentle. Being gentle. When's the last time you were gentle with yourself? Maybe you need to write a letter to that younger version of you, apologizing and letting her know it's okay. She was innocent and this was her coping mechanism. But she doesn't have to do that anymore because this wiser, stronger version of you is here to help heal and to help move you forward in this life. I want you to recognize that you're a human. Like sometimes we feel like we're untouchable, especially when we've been in a relationship with an eating disorder. We feel invincible, like we're on top of the world, but you are a human. Struggles are part of your existence. And giving yourself that compassion, that reality, this is a struggle that I deal with. Maybe other people struggle with alcoholism or drug addiction. Maybe other people struggle with gambling. This is a struggle that I'm dealing with, but I can be mindful and I can learn that I'm allowed to have feelings and I don't have to attach personal meaning to those feelings. Just because you feel something doesn't mean it's true. Have you ever thought about that? You're allowed to feel any feeling, but that doesn't mean that feeling is actual truth. Number 5, I want you to continue making pro-recovery choices. This includes prioritizing your meals, prioritizing your snacks. Just do it. We're not playing small anymore. I want you to prioritize your rest, your stress management. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Your body, girl, is going through a ton. And in order to adequately heal, you need adequate rest. That means get off the treadmill, stop with the Peloton, relax on the run, allow yourself rest, grant yourself permission, give your body permission to heal, even if that requires weight gain. And then choose activities out of pure preference, regardless of the calories that are burned. Number 6 is truly an important one, and it's a game changer. I want you to seek support if you don't have it. Whether that is a coach from someone like me and my team, or that is a therapist that you've been working with, a dietitian, you need to stay connected to a circle of people who are trusted, who've been there, and who understand. Yes, it's great to have friends and family that are supportive of you, and I surely hope that you have that. But in order to be able to be vulnerable, to feel unjudged, to feel like your struggles are shared, it's so important to be part of a community that can help you along the way. I would love for you to join our community. It is on Facebook. You can find us at herbestselfsociety.com, but really seek support. Seek accountability. There is nothing to be ashamed of. I remember my first appointment with my therapist, and I was scared to death. But I will tell you that it truly changed my life to be able to speak to someone that was a neutral party in my life. Maybe you have a therapist. Maybe therapy hasn't worked for you in the past. This is why coaches are so valuable in this space, because they can coach you, hold you accountable, set goals and actions for your journey. They are going to be your biggest cheerleader on the sidelines as you run this race of recovery, because you cannot do this by yourself. And if you have, it's okay. It's okay. But prioritizing you is getting the support and care that you need. Okay, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Number 7, practice patience. I want you to focus on those small and dainty and just daily acts of self-care. Whether that's journaling, unplugging from social media, sitting still in nature, playing an instrument, meditating, coloring, listening to music, whatever that looks like for you. Celebrate where you are right now, even in the messy. Because one day, friend, as you step into the great next chapter of your life, you're gonna wanna remember. You're gonna wanna look back and go, wow, I did it. I was in it. And now I'm not. There is something about that. It just truly is empowering. And I want you to plan for your challenges. This is all part of patience. You've got to be clear and real on this. We feel like we're either in the disorder or we're recovered. But the messy middle, the moments of the in-between, are actually the hardest spot to be in. And you have to prepare for those challenges. What are those triggers? Who are those triggers? Maybe I've got people in my life that trigger the crap out of me. How can I set boundaries? Like all of that, I want you to pre-plan. Planning will be your best friend. Number 8, adopt a sunset mindset. I just love this concept. I want you to imagine a sunset that you look up at with awe, a sunset that you look up at with appreciation. Each sunset is different. There's different colors, they're all different in their unique forms of beauty, but they're all beautiful. I don't think I've ever witnessed a sunset that wasn't awe-inspiring. Sunsets aren't criticized for their differences because their beauty doesn't need to be altered. It doesn't need to be fixed. Sis, yours doesn't either. To be judgmental about a sunset would be to violate the beauty it brings in the moment that it brings it, in that very moment. I mean, can you imagine sitting and watching a sunset and going, oh no, like that line is just too big and that should be over here and the sun should be over there. And why is it doing that today? That looks weird to me. No, we wouldn't do that, right? We wouldn't judge that. It takes away the moment in which it was created to shine in. I want you to think about this as if it's your life. What would it be like to think of your body with a sunset mindset, where you can replace judgment with a different view of beauty, where you can find appreciation in it just because it exists, just because it's here? We live in a world where we think that we're going to have tomorrow. We live in a world where we think that next year or next week or in 3 months from now, next season, we have the ability to make a change. But just in case you haven't remembered, this is a broken planet. This is a planet where anything can happen, where tragedy does happen, where struggles take over, where life hits us upside the head. And every single day that you have here, every new sunset is your ability to appreciate, to find beauty, and to give yourself grace, because your body is just a vessel, friend. It is just a vessel, and you're not going to love it every day, and you're not going to like it every day, but you can respect it, you can appreciate it, and you can accept that it's yours. I hope today's message has given you some inspiration, because I get it. I get that you feel like gaining weight is scary. I get that you feel tempted. I get that you feel triggered to slip back into old ways. But what is that going to accomplish? What is that going to give you? Is that going to give you the future you want? Is that going to give you the peace you're searching for? Is that going to give you the control that you're after? I hope this response today to this question has truly helped you reframe where you are right now along this path. And girl, am I excited to share with you that we have got some really great things happening at Her Best Self Co. We are doing so much behind the scenes to get ready for a launch that's going to be happening in the fall. I'm super excited to give you some more details into this offer that I have for you, because I have been working on this and just thinking about what it is that you need in addition to one-on-one support. And so I'm super excited to share with you. But if you're interested in learning more, learning how you can partner with me on your recovery journey, I'd love to be your coach. And I would love for you to make sure that you're on our email list, because I'm going to be sending out information all about where we're headed in the fall. You can get on our email list at herbestself.co and go on out there, fill out a client application if you are looking for that personalized support to help you in your accountability along the way. Do the next recovered you thing. I am so proud of you. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.